Okay, so good morning to everyone. So today we will start first. We will complete where we have left in the last class, and then we will see the new topic of the matrix change multiplication. So first, we have already discussed about the traveling salesman problem. We have already completed it, and how from the formula how we can make the recursive tree from the formula. Using this formula we have seen in the previous class. So today I will show you that how the values that will be put here, and after putting the values, how we can get the final result, how we can get the final result of this particular recursive tree. So according to the recursive tree, from using this formula we have derived, and I have explained in the previous class that how the derivation has occurred. So that's why step by step we have derived, and at last after this, in the last we reached that we already covered all the vertices. So after this, the traveling salesman problem states that if we completed visiting all the vertices, then return to the starting vertex again. So that's why you see in the last, it is already that's why it is 5 written. It is 5, that means already all the path is covered. That is means from, if we select this path, so from 1 we go to 2, from 2 to we go to 3, and from 3 we go to 4. So we have 4 vertices present in this graph. So that's why we have started from 1, and from 1 we have visited vertex 2, then from vertex 2 we have visited vertex 3, and from vertex 3 we have visited vertex 4. So that means we have covered all the vertices present in this graph. So after visiting 4, that means the on the fourth vertex it will return to the 1, because 1 will be the starting vertex, so it will return to the 1. Same as that, we can choose this path also, that from 1 to 2 we can go from 1 to 2, and then from 2 to 4, and from 4 to 3. Then also after going to 3 it will return to 1. We may choose this path also, from 1 to 3, from 3 to 2, from 3 to 2, from 2 to 4. This path, or this path can be chosen from 1 to 3, from 3 to 4, and from 4 to 2. This path can also be chosen. And another two path is what? From 1 to 4, and from 4 to 2, and from 2 to 3. This is a path. And another path is from 1 to 4, 4 to 3, and from 3 to 2. This is another path. So that means this total, how much path is here? So each, if we see that there is a total path, this is the total path which we can see. And after we completed here, that is 5 it is written, that means already we covered all the vertices. Now we will put the values according to it. Now for this purpose we will do what? We will prepare a table like format, because if we substitute the values here, because this is a problem only 4 vertex we have given, but if the problem becomes much more depth of it, then the recursive tree become very large. So if we solve this using in this substitute the value like this, then it will be, if the tree becomes large, then it will be very much problem. So that's why what we will do, we will then prepare a table. According to it, we will do what? We will prepare a table. So in this table, what will be the first value set? Now you see in the last, this is 4 comma 5, then 3 comma 5, 4 comma 5, 2 comma 5, 3 comma 5, and 2 comma 5. So that means what? We will first write in this format that G 2 comma 5. This is G 2 comma 5. We will write 1. Then we will write G 3 comma 5. G 3 comma 5. And after that, we will write G 4 comma 5. Because we get, these are the values. These are the values we should have to know. Otherwise, we do not get the result. Now 4 comma 5. 4 comma 5 means, 5 means what? 5 means already all covered. That means we have to return the starting vertex. Now starting vertex, which we consider in this our example, which we consider as a starting vertex. We consider the starting vertex as 1. So that means we have to check the cost agency matrix. We have to check the cost agency matrix and check the value 2 to 1. So if you see in the cost agency matrix, what is the value of 2 to 1? What the value of 2 to 1 is 5. So that means this value will be 5. Then 3 to 5 means 3 to 1. 3 to 1, the value is what? The value is 6. So we will put the value here 6. And then from 4 to 5, that means from 4 to 1. So 4 to 1, the value is 8. Okay. So in the table first format, we have prepared that. We have prepared the first format. Okay. So no problem. We have prepared it. So let's say here you see that we have prepared it 2 to 5, then 3 to 5, the values are put, and after that 4 to 5, the value is put as 8. So according to this cost agency matrix, we have put the values here. Then after that, what values we have to put? We have get these values here. We have already get the value here now. So what values we have to check now? Now our next values we have to check is what? We have to check these values G3 to 4, 3, and the remaining of like this 4, then G4, 3, then G2, 4, 4, 2, 2, 3, and 3, 2. So these values we have to calculate now. If we didn't calculate these values, we cannot get the result. So we have to calculate these values now. So how we will calculate this value? 3 to 4. So 3 to 4. This 3 to 4 value we get from where? With adding this 12 and 4 to 5. What value we get? 8. The value we get 8. So 12 plus 8 is what? 20. So that means this value is 20. This value is our 3 to 4. This value is 20. So we will see that here. You see the value is 20. You see 3 to 4, the value is 20. Yes, the value is 20. Same as that. Next we will see that how we will see one by one values. So first, according to we will see. So first 2 to 3 to 4 we have already seen. Then 4 to 3, the value of 4 to 3. What will be the value of 4 to 3? This 4 to 3 value will be what? 9 plus what? 6. So 15. That means this value will be 4 to 3 value will be 15. This value will be 15. Then G2, 4. This value will be what? This value will be 10 plus our 4, 5. That means 18. So this value will be 2 to 4. This value will be 18. Then 4 to 2. 4 to 2 is value is calculated with what? From 8 plus G2, 5. So 2, 5 is 5. So 8 plus 5, the value will be 13. This value is 13. Then 2 to 3. 2 to 3's value, we have already 2 to 3's value will be what? 2 to 3's value will be 9 plus 3, 5. That means 15. So 2 to 3's value will be 15. And G3, 2. This value will be what? 13 plus 2, 5. So 2, 5 is 15. So that means this value will be 18. So like this, we have got these values also. And after getting these values, then we will calculate these values. So how we will calculate? There will be 3 to 4 value. Let's say we have written 3 to 4 value. This is what 3 to 4 value is 20. So now we know that the two values we get, this is 29, this is 25. So according, this is 29 and this is 25. So we will have to choose what? So 2, 3, 4. This value we'll have to calculate now. Now, how we calculate these values? Between them, now this has 3 and 4, these two values. So in between them, what is the minimum? Between them, 3 to 4, we have calculated this value is 29. This value we have calculated this as the 29 because 9 plus 20, this becomes 29. And this becomes what? This becomes 10 plus 15, that is 25. this value became 25. So between them, what is the minimum? Between them, what will be the minimum? 25 is the minimum. So that means this value will be 25. This value will be 25. Same as that, this is our what? This is value. This value is our. Now we will see that between 15 and 18. So what will be the values between them? The value will be, we will calculate like this. So this process, we will find the minimum and we will substitute the values. Between them, the value you will check and we will substitute the values here. And after substituting the values, we will get the final result. Okay, so putting these values like this, we have to take the minimum and then minimum values will be present there. So according to the minimum value, we'll put the values there. Okay, it is clear to everyone? It is clear? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's how we can substitute the values and we will get the final value. Like this, the traveling salesman problem, we will solve the traveling salesman problem. Okay, so I didn't explain this because this is basically very much clear because this is mainly the calculations part that you have to take in 13 plus 18, then the value will be 31, then 12 plus 13, the value will be 25. So according to 31 and 25, the value we will choose 25. So it will become again 25. And then here it will be 23 and this value will become 27. So according to them, 23 will be chosen. So because it is the minimum. So this will be 23, this will be 25, and according to them, the final value is chosen, and the final value we will check because this will be 10 plus 25, that will become 35. Then it will also become what? It will also become, if we see, this value became 25, 25 plus 10, it will be 35 here. It will be the value will be 35 here. Then 15 plus 25, the value will be 40, and 20 plus 23, the value will be 43. So between 35, 40 and 43, what will be the minimum? The minimum value will be 40. So the minimum spanning tree will be, the value will be 35. Minimum spanning tree, the value will be 35. So according to this, we have to put the values and we will choose the minimum value. Mainly, we have to choose the minimum values for substitution purpose. Okay, so this is all about the traveling salesman problem. This is all about our traveling salesman problem. Okay, so now today we will start a new topic. Today we will start the new topic, that is the another thing, that is the matrix chain multiplication. This is another algorithm, matrix chain multiplication, and today we will start discussing about this matrix chain multiplication. So before starting this matrix chain multiplication, we will know first how it is known to everyone, because in mathematics you already know that how two matrix multiplication is done, how two matrix multiplication can be done here. So two matrix multiplication, let's say this is a matrix A, we have given this is a matrix A, and another matrix is given as B. This is another matrix. So two matrix is given. Now A matrix has the dimension, let's say A matrix and B matrix. These two matrices are given. Now A matrix has dimension 5 into 4. Now matrix dimension 5 into 4 means 5 rows, 4 column. This is what 5 rows and 4 column, because in matrix we know that first will be the row, then it will be the column. And here in the B matrix, you see we have 4 rows and 3 columns. So like this we have two matrices present, that A matrix dimension is 5 into 4 and B matrix dimension is 4 into 3. So let's say we have two matrices like that. Now matrix multiplication is what matrix multiplication says. So if we multiply these two matrices, if we multiply two matrices, then we will have a resultant matrix present. We have a resultant matrix, there will be a resultant matrix will be there. So let's say we have given it name as the C here. So after multiplication, this matrix will be resultant matrix C will be prepared. Now, this resultant matrix dimension, how we calculate the resultant matrix dimension? Now, the resultant matrix dimension, you see that matrix multiplication is only possible. Matrix multiplication will only possible when the first matrix column, is equal to the second matrix row. If first matrix column is equal to the second matrix row, then only the matrix multiplication is possible. And in matrix multiplication, we always multiply two such a pairs, always two matrix. First, if there is already matrix multiplication, it is given that 3 or 4 matrix is given. We have to do what? We will make such a pair, and after making such a pair, we multiply it. So here also these two matrices present, and one's dimension is 5 into 4 and another dimension is 4 into 3. Now you see the first matrix column, I said what if we have to multiply the two matrices, then first matrix column and second matrix row will be equal. So here you see that first matrix column 4, first matrix column is 4 and the second matrix row is what? 4. So that means they are same. So if they are same, then we can able to multiply it. So that means what? That means our resultant matrix, which is our resultant matrix, its dimension will be what? Its dimension will be 5 into 3. 5 into 3 will be its dimension. So that's why you see our resultant matrix dimension is 5 into 3. So if it is 5 into 4 dimension, so let's say if this is what? This is 2 into 3. Let's say this matrix dimension become 2 into 3. Then the second matrix dimension should be 3 into 4 like that. Like that, the dimension should be present. Its column and its row should be same. So then if like this it is given, then the matrix dimension will become 2 into 4. So our resultant matrix dimension will become 2 into 4 then. But here, the example we have taken in here, it is dimension is 5 into 3. So our resultant matrix dimension become 5 into 3. So our resultant matrix dimension 5 into 3 means what number of elements should be present in this matrix? In this resultant matrix 5 into 3. That means total 15 elements should be present in this matrix. These 15 elements should be present in the matrix. Now, finding each element in the matrix, how we do the matrix multiplication? So let's say this is the element, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, like this our present, our here in the A matrix, and here also our values are present like this 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's, let's say any of this, like the values are present. So how for each element in the resultant matrix, how we calculate? Now this first element of A will be multiplied with the first element of B, then plus second element of A is multiplied with the second element of B, then plus third element of A is multiplied with the third element of B, and the fourth element of A will be multiplied with the fourth element of B. So like this way and this way, the multiplication is done, and we get the values for one element. We get the values here. Now, if you observe how many multiplication we have got, we have get this for getting this value, for getting the particular value. How many multiplication we needed? If you observe, how many multiplication is needed? Can you say? Anyone can say that how many multiplication is needed? Can you say that how many multiplication is needed to finding a single element in this? If like that way we done the multiplication, then how many multiplication is needed for finding the single element?
16.
No, not 16. You first see that first element is multiplied with the first element of B. Second element of A is multiplied with the second element of B. Third element is multiplied with the third element of B. Fourth element of A is multiplied with the fourth element of B. That means what? We perform like this: 1 into 1 plus 2 into 2, then plus 3 into 3, 3 into 3, plus 4 into 4, 4 into 4. So the value will get 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 16. So 16 plus 9, 25, 25 plus 4, 29 and 30. So we get a value 30. So result we get for this single element, how many multiplication is done? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So finding a single element, we have done 4 multiplication. That means here, how many elements are present in this matrix? We have calculated that if its dimension is 5 into 3, that means 15 elements are present in this matrix. And if each element, for finding each element, we take 4 multiplications, then for finding 15 elements, what we have to do? We have to done 16 multiplication. So finding this 15 elements, for each element we require 4 multiplication. Finding each element we require 4 multiplication. That means finding 15 elements, how many multiplication is needed? 15 into 4, total 60. So 60 multiplication should be done for generating the resultant matrix, and we have required 60 multiplication. Now matrix and multiplication, here we do not have to think of the values. We do not want these values here. We have to calculate the number of multiplications needed. The number of multiplication, we are only concerned over this. We are only concerned over the multiplication needed. So basically, if there is a dimension of 5 into 3, that means in the matrix 15 elements should be present. And as here, each and every element, for finding each and every element, how this require, we have seen 4 multiplication is needed. So that means 15 elements, for finding 15 elements, what? 60 multiplication is needed to generate this resultant matrix. Clear? It is clear to everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in this resultant matrix, we require 60 multiplication. Now, our problem is what? Our problem is, let's say, this matrix multiplication, let's say total 4 matrix is given. This is A1, A2, A3, A4. Like this, 4 matrices is given. Now A1 has, let's say it is given, A1 has a dimension 5 into 4. A2 has a dimension 4 into 6. A3 has a dimension 6 into 2. And A4 has a dimension 2 into 7. Let's say we have given like this. We have given like this the matrices is given. So 4 matrices dimension is also mentioned. Now, what we cannot multiply all these 4 matrix altogether. This is not possible. What are the ways it is possible? We can multiply this to A1 into A2. We can multiply this 2 matrix. Now this 2 matrix resultant will be multiplied with this third matrix. Now after multiply with the third matrix, the resultant matrix should be generated, and this should be multiplied with A4, the matrix. This is a way it can possible. Or the other way is what? We multiply this A1 and A2 matrix, and we multiply A3 and A4 matrix. And then those both resultant, those both resultant, we will multiply this both resultant. This is a way. So like this, many ways are possible. Like this, many ways are possible. But what we have to do, we have to select such a pair at a time. We have to select such a pair at a time that the total cost of multiplying, all of them is minimum. So our problem is what? Our problem is not to multiply them. The problem is not based on that how to multiply them. The problem is basically to know how to multiply them. Problem is not to multiply them, that multiply them and get the result. This is not the main motto of our thinking. Our thinking problem is to know how many ways we can multiply them. That this way, these 4 matrices, let's say many matrices should be given. It may possible, but here our motto is to find how we can generate or how we can multiply them, how many ways we can multiply them. So let's say the example we are saying that, let's say this is the example we are saying that in this way we can multiply, in this way we can multiply it. So let's say first this is 4 matrix given, so A1, A2, this 2 matrix is multiplied and the resultant is generated. This resultant is multiplied with A3. Now after resultant, let's say R1 is the resultant that is generated after multiplying A1 and A2. So R1 will be again multiplied with A3, and after multiplied with A3, the resultant, this resultant will be generated. Let's say this resultant will be generated R2. Now this R2 is multiplied with A4. This is a way. Another way I have said that if we multiply A1 and A2 and A3 and A4, and after that this both let's say R1, a resultant is generated, and here also a resultant that is generated is R2, result generated matrix, resultant matrix. So this both resultant matrix we will multiply and we will get the final resultant matrix, let's say R3. This is also a way. Now there is a many ways to parenthesis there. Now there is a many ways to parenthesis there. Now if we see, if we show it with our tree, if we show it with a tree, then this is what, this is like that A1, A2, it is multiplied and result generated A3 and A4. This is result generated and both resultant matrix is multiplied. Same as that if we convert this into 3, it will look like this A1, A2, the resultant generated, then it is multiplied with A3, and after that resultant generated, and it will multiply with A4 after the resultant is generated. This is a way also we can present the tree. Now, how we calculate? Now we have to check what, how we can calculate. Okay. So the thing is that for finding the n nodes, so for n nodes, what we have to do for n nodes, we know the formula, that is Tn equal to 2 NCN by n plus 1. That is number of binary trees are possible. This number of binary trees are possible. That Tn says for n nodes, the formula will be Tn equal to 2 NCN by n plus 1. Number of binary trees are possible. So that means here you see, now how we say that the 3 nodes are possible? Now if we see the number of multiplication, the number of multiplication that is present is what? A1 into A2, then A3, and A4. This is A4. So this is total our given program problem. So 1, 2, 3. So number of multiplication is what? Number of multiplication is 3. So that's why we are saying, you see that here the multiplication is shown. This is multiplication, this is also multiplication, this is also multiplication. So we consider it as a node. We consider it as a node in the tree. The multiplication is considered as a node in the tree. So that means our 3 multiplication is present. That means 3 nodes are present. So for these 3 nodes, if we substitute the value, if we substitute 3 here, so our value will become T3 equal to 5. So how many ways we can substitute, we can possibly see that how many ways we can multiply them, how many possible ways are present there. So total 5 possible ways are present there, and we will solve it through a dynamic programming. We will solve it through the dynamic programming. Now dynamic programming says what? Dynamic programming says try out all possibilities. That means we have to try all these 5 possibilities and pick up the best one. This is dynamic programming says that try out all possibilities and pick up the best one. So the best one will be chosen from the 5 possible ways. So 5 possible ways we can perform that, and from these 5 possible ways we can choose the best one. So best one according to what? The best one according to the number of multiplications. It is the thing. So using this dynamic programming, we will solve the matrix sense multiplication. Now dynamic programming use what? Tabulation method. Now tabulation method is basically, it is by a table. So through table, using the table, we will perform this matrix sense multiplication. And it is also what? It follows the bottom-up approach. So always in mind, remember that dynamic programming always follow the bottom-up approach. It follows the bottom-up approach. So that means we will take, and here we will take what? We will take smaller values. We will take smaller values and fill the table first. So the table will be first prepared. So here the 2 tables you are seeing, don't see now. I will step by step. I will don't the values, you will not able to understand that. I will explain it. So only consider the table as a blank now. Okay, so only consider the values on the table as a blank now. Okay, don't consider the values. You will not understand that why these values are came. I will explain this one by one. Today it will be not be possible to totally explain it. In the next class, this again I will continue that. Okay, so let's say like this, the table is here. So the table is like that. We have prepared a table like this. We have prepared a table. Now you have made a questions arises in you that why only 4? We have given as 4 here, because you see A1, A2, A3, A4. So total 4 matrix is present. So that's why we have taken 4 cross 4. Here we have taken 4, 4. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is also 1, 2, 3, 4. Now like this 2 matrix should be prepared. 2 matrix like this we have to prepared here. So this is how we have written a table. Same as that, we have given this name of the table as M. And for S, we have also prepared a table S like that. So first, how we will put the values? Here you are seeing that 0, 1, 2, 0, the values are given. So first, how we will put the values here? Now, how many elements are present here? A1, we can say how many matrices are present? A1, A2, A2, then A3, and A4. These are the values present. This total 4 values are present. Now A1 matrix, if we only consider A1 matrix, if only one matrix we are considering A1, now A1 is not multiplied with anything. At first is what we are considering one matrix. That means A1 is not multiplying with anything. A1 is not multiplied with anything. So if it is multiplied with not multiplied with anything, and then we'll fill up it into M11. This we will put the values A1 into M11, and A1 value will be what? Its cost will be 0. Its cost will be 0 because at first time it is not multiplied with anything. So if we do not multiply it with anything, the cost will become 0 here. It is not multiplied with anything, that means the cost is 0, and it is on the M11. So that's why in here we have put the value 0. In same case, A2 also, if we consider A2 alone, then A2 value will also be 0, and it will be present in M2